Jiddu Krishnamurti. A brief introduction. The man who walked away from being the Messiah. Jiddu Krishnamurti, 1895 to 1986, was an Indian philosopher, speaker, and spiritual contrarian who spent most of his life helping people unlearn everything they thought they knew, especially about spirituality. Born in southern India, he was plucked out of obscurity by the Theosophical Society like a cosmic golden ticket and proclaimed the next world teacher. Imagine being 14 and told, hey, congratulations, you're going to be the spiritual savior of humanity. Most kids that age are barely saving their homework. For years, Krishnamurti was groomed for this celestial role with lavish support and adoration. But in 1929, in a move that was equal parts courageous and a philosophical mic drop, he dissolved the Order of the Star, the very organizations formed to support his spiritual reign. His reasoning: truth is a pathless land. Translation: I'm not your guru. I do not want the job. From that day forward, he traveled the world for decades, speaking plainly, challenging spiritual fluff, and teaching people to look inward, not upward. The philosophy in 10 disarmingly direct ideas. 1. Truth is a pathless land. Krishnamurti's central insight is that truth can't be systematized. No religion, no book, no ceremony, however ancient or incense-scented, can deliver you to it. Truth is not a package deal from Amazon Prime, and you definitely won't find it on a retreat involving scented candles and mantras trademarked by someone named Master Kevin. You cannot approach truth through any organization, dogma, priest, ritual, or philosophical knowledge, says Jiddu Krishnamurti. He wasn't anti-spirituality. He was just anti-baggage, especially the kind with robes and titles. Number 2, don't follow anyone, especially me. Krishnamurti did everything he could to prevent people from turning him into yet another spiritual idol. He pointed out, often with visible exasperation, that following someone, no matter how enlightened they seem, only leads you to their path, not yours. So he said, the moment you follow someone, you cease to follow truth. In short, he spent his life teaching others to stop looking for teachers. So irony level there is high, but sincerity level, it's off the charts, believe me. Number 3, the only real revolution, the one inside your skull. While the world was obsessed with changing political systems like dirty socks, Krishnamurti was saying, nice try, but unless the mind changes, the world won't. The psychological revolution was needed. A shift not in laws, but in consciousness. Forget storming the Bastille. Try storming your assumptions. Number 4, choiceless awareness. Not the same as may. He encouraged a kind of deep, non-judgmental observation of life. What he called choiceless awareness. That means watching your thoughts like a curious cat, watching a laser pointer, alert, interested, but not pouncing. Don't analyze, label, suppress, or fix. Just observe. He said, to observe without evaluating is the highest form of intelligence. Bonus, it also saves you a lot of therapy bills. All right, so number 5, the observer is the observed. Yeah, that's weird. Let's stay with it, okay? So Krishnamurti blew minds by pointing out that when we observe anger, jealousy, or fear, we usually think we are separate from those things. He questioned this illusion. What if the thinker is not separate from the thought? So he often said, the observer is the observed. It's like realizing you're not the driver of the car. You are the car, the road, and maybe even the traffic jam too. Number 6, thought and time are tricky little devils. Thought, he said, is a useful servant, but a tyrannical master. Thought is always from the past, based on memory, experience, habit, and so it can never meet the present freshly. It brings fragmentation, conflict, and well, just look at social media, man. He made a similar case against psychological time. The habit of constantly projecting into the future or clinging to the past. Most of us live in a perpetual what if or if only. Krishnamurti's advice, stop time traveling. You'll get motion sick. Live now. Number 7, fear, the phantom menace. According to Krishnamurti, fear is the product of thought projecting into the future. Well, what might happen? What could go wrong? And we do this constantly, like a Netflix series on a loop. To be free of fear, he said, you have to observe it directly, without trying to escape, suppress, or turn it into a 10-point plan. Start quote. Fear is not of the unknown, but the loss of the known. End quote. Or, as modern philosophers put it, fear is the mind killer. Thanks, Dune. Number 8. Love is not what you think. Most of what we call love, Krishnamurti argued, is attachment, dependency, fear of loneliness, and a romantic playlist. True love, he said, has no motive, no clinging, and no conditions. And no, it doesn't necessarily involve holding hands under a sunset. He said, love is not desire. Love is not pleasure. Love is not thought. Love is a flame without smoke. That kind of love can be bought, sold, taught, or even remembered. It's something that arises when the mind is utterly quiet, and possibly when you finally put down your phone. Can you? Okay, number 9. Education. Less cramming, more waking up. Krishnamurti founded schools not to crank out scholars, but to cultivate holistic, unconditioned human beings. He wanted education to be about awakening intelligence, not just stuffing kids with facts like intellectual turkeys. Intellectual turkeys. In his schools, students learn math and how to look at a tree without naming it. Radical stuff. Number 10. Meditation. Is it the app on your iPhone? Krishnamurti redefined meditation. It wasn't about sitting in the lotus position for an hour, pretending not to be irritated by your neighbor's lawnmower. It wasn't about mantras or breathing techniques either. Real meditation, he said, is the emptying of the mind of all its noise, not through control, but through deep understanding. In his words, meditation is not a means to an end. It is both the means and the end. If you're using meditation to become a better, calmer, more productive person, you're missing the point. That's just ambition in a fancier robe. Krishnamurti's legacy. The anti-guru who left a trail of awakening. Krishnamurti influenced thinkers like David Bohm, Aldous Huxley, Bruce Lee, and countless regular folks tired of philosophical fluff. He left no dogma, no disciples, no Instagram quotes with sunset backgrounds. What he left was a fierce challenge. Can you live without fear, authority, or conditioning? Can you look at yourself, really look, and not flinch? He wasn't interested in improving you. He wanted you to see that you is the thing in the way. It's a final note. No exit, no path, just the mirror. Krishnamurti offered no comfort, no conclusions, and no promises. He didn't give you a ladder to climb. Instead, he handed you a mirror and said, look, no beliefs, no methods, no saviors. Just the quiet, unblinking possibility that you are already free. If only you stop running from what is. If that leaves you slightly disoriented and more than slightly intrigued, congratulations, you're paying attention. Thanks for listening.